What could you accomplish with the right routine? What could you accomplish if you incorporated the right routine? I believe it could lead you to your dreams. So I want to talk to you today real quick about developing a dream routine. But first, I want to invite you to our special event called Icing. It's next week, ladies, and I want you to make plans to join me and my special guest, Lisa Osteen Gomez. I am so excited about this event because it's a weekend for ladies to get away, get an environment that's going to challenge you to grow, to stretch your thinking, to go home with fresh ideas, vision, goals for your life. You know, we're going to be talking about the connection between your potential, your passion, and your purpose. What has God called you to do? Whatever it is, it's time to run with it. So next weekend, October 4th and 5th, here in Fort Worth, Texas, I would love to meet you, hug your neck, and thank you for coming. But let's go back to our topic today on your dream routine. You know, I've been sharing this month about the importance of your habits. Your habits determine your destiny. You've probably heard someone say at some point in your life, change your habits, you can change your future. And I'm absolutely convinced of that. On previous podcasts, I've talked about how years ago, I just adapted or incorporated 5 simple habits in my daily routine that I thought I was just doing for 21 days, just to get out of the rut I was in. And I really was in a rut. My life wasn't changing and I needed help. And I needed a plan for growth. But I didn't have one. I didn't have anybody handing me a plan for growth. I just had to make it up. So as you've probably heard me say before, the 5 simple things that I incorporated were prayer, number 1, just spending time with the Lord. Number 2 was to listen to a motivational message. Number 3 was to read from a success book or from the Bible, just to do something to read. Number 4 was to write and review my dreams and goals, to get them in writing and then to be looking at them, praying over them, speaking them out of my mouth. And then number 5 was exercise. Well, I started those 5 things, just like I said, to get some kind of vision in my life, but it turned into an 11-year process that I still practice even today. And I'm absolutely convinced if you will change your habits, you can change your future. But you have to discover what is it in your life that if you were to just change a few things about your daily agenda, it could lead you to success. You know, I love reading from successful people who've adapted good habits in their life. And I was reading something about a lady named Debbie Macomber, who you've probably heard of her. She's a New York Times best-selling author. But listen to this. She has published more than 100 books, many bestsellers, and made-for-television movies. She actually has a series out right now, a weekly show. Over 60 million copies of her books are in print, and she has millions of loyal fans. She also has a dream routine. Every day, she wakes up at 4:30 a.m. and reads her Bible. Then she writes in her journal. At 6 o'clock in the morning, she swims laps in her swimming pool. At 7:30, she answers her mail in her office. Between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m., she writes. She just writes all those hours. The result? She produces an average of 3 new books a year. 3 new books a year, all because she has adapted a dream routine. And she's realized this routine has led her to success. It's led her into fulfilling the purpose for her life. Well, what do you think you could accomplish if you were to incorporate some new disciplines in your life? You know, I want you to think about what you're doing on a day in, day out basis that's causing you to grow, to stretch, to challenge yourself. You know, start viewing growth in your life as a way of life, not a period of life. You know, a lot of times people, as soon as they graduate from high school or college, or they get their master's or their doctorate degree, they're done studying, they're done growing. But you know, it's just a fact. When you stop learning, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you stop. So I want you to be thinking about what it is in your life that you could incorporate on a daily basis that would lead you to success. Think about this. When you're thinking about your dream routine, these are some things that you need to consider important. What are the strategic action steps that you should take each day to move you closer to your dreams? These steps that you choose, they're unique to your dreams and goals. They may not be the 5 things that I do. They may be unique to whatever your goals are. These steps become ingrained in your daily life. These steps, when practiced over time, will set you apart from your competition. You know, I've heard John Maxwell say that years ago, like 40 years ago, when he developed a plan for growth, I mean a strategic plan for growth, he actually enrolled in a one-year course that he put his money on the line. I mean, he skipped lunches, he did what he needed to do to enroll in this program. Well, when he began growing, and after 1 year of strategic, intentional growth, he said, I looked around and noticed I started to surpass some of my heroes, some of my mentors, because he had a plan for growth. So when you practice these habits over time, it'll set you apart from your competition and even others just in your field. These steps that you choose are deliberate and intentional. These steps improve your performance, your confidence, and your results. So think about what you could do daily as just a part of your routine. It could be things like, I've got some examples here, like make 5 sales calls every day. If that's the type of business you're in, every day without fail, you make 5 sales calls. Or taking vitamins, or practicing guitar lessons, or writing in your book that you want to write. For 20 minutes every day, you write in your book. Researching business ideas, experimenting with new recipes, practicing free throws in basketball, jogging for 30 minutes, studying the stock market every day at some point, cleaning or organizing a room, writing your music, studying a foreign language, and the list goes on and on, reading, decorating magazines. Whatever it is that's unique to your dreams and your goals, think about those things. And you know, John Maxwell calls it the rule of 5. Well, the number isn't as important as the behaviors that you consider important to your dreams. It could be 3, it could be 6. I just happen to have 5 myself, but think about what you could do starting today that would lead you to your dreams. I love what Jack Canfield said. The habits you form from this day forward will ultimately determine how your future unfolds. And to close out, I want to ask you to prayerfully consider joining the Vision 101 program. I designed this program with 12 success habits that I've incorporated in my life in the area of fitness, finances, time management, organization, how to write your goals, 12 different topics that I believe will set you on a course to pursue your destiny. So if you feel like you need a plan for growth because you don't know how to get started, then enroll in Vision 101, and every month you'll get a new lesson, and I'll give you a challenge every month to incorporate, and I believe, this is my goal, next year at this time, you're gonna look back and say, look what God has done in me and in my life in 1 year's time. So thank you so much for watching this week, and I'll see you next time.